Oi, today is Judgment Day. We're gonna go back in time and take a look at all of my various hairstyles. Guys, we are gonna go back to the very beginning of my journey. It's been over a year now that I've been wearing a hair system. Lots of styles, lots of different looks. And I think that it would be really interesting to go back, see where my journey took me, the different styles that I tried, and get some feedback from myself, but also from you, the community, and like see how it's progressed, and watch how this stuff happens organically as we get better and better looks, and we really come to understand how we should be wearing a hair system. All right, so let's jump into the computer. This first look right here takes us back. This is probably my 6th video I ever made. This is getting a hair system. Watch this, the emotional journey of getting a hair system. All right, so here we are. This was my first hair system I ever had. It was actually designed, it's actually a much lighter hair system. Now looking back, I think it might have been extra light density. I remember when I first got it, it felt like so much hair. It felt like all the hair in the world, and like I would never ever be able to manage it after not having any hair. It's a significant amount of hair. So is it good? Yeah, I think it's good. For me, hairline a little bit high, but also pretty natural. This is definitely a look I think that is very, very close to reality, right? It looks as if my hair is slightly thinning up on top. So this right here is definitely, I think, one of the more natural looks. However, in my personal preference, I don't think it was a fantastic look for me. Just this haircut, I don't think was that great. But overall, it was a good start, and it got us on the journey, right? All right, next up, this was my second hair system that I ever had. This one right here took me about a month and a half into my hair system journey. This is in February. This is the video hair system review, amazing before and after, with photos and videos. So in this one, I talked a lot about my experience growing up, what it was like before having a hair system, my hair lossage, and how I was always wearing hats to compensate, and working in the middle of the summer with hats on. I was even dancing with hats on, all this kind of different stuff. I miss those pants, by the way. But anyways, so this look right here, at the time, I remember loving it. I thought that this was so much better than the look that I had before. I felt so much more confident and comfortable with it. I think that it was a little bit top heavy isn't the right word, but I don't think that the shape, if we look right here, there was something about this that I'm not too crazy about, the way that I was wearing it. This was also a couple days after I got it first installed, so you know how it goes. There's a little extra volume, there's a little extra poof. But I think that this one right here, I'm gonna rank this as better than the original. So right now, my ranking is my second hair system and then my first. Okay, now let's move on to the next look. Yikes. I shaved my head. To the viewers that have been here a long time, they know this, but I actually went and I shaved my head. So I'm gonna put this at the bottom of my favorite looks. So right now, this is gonna be dead last, and I have a feeling it's gonna stay in dead last. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? All right, so this next look right here is from May 24th. Now, I shaved my head at the end of February when COVID was starting, and decided I was gonna get a hair system, wig toupee, again in May. In the middle of May, I went and got a hair system again. So my hair was very short on the sides because I was growing it out again. It was really, really too short for this look. But this look right here, I'm gonna actually say that this right here is now gonna take my top place. So my third hair system, this one right here, I think was probably my best for the time. And then second was my second hair system, and then first hair system, and then going bald. So that's our order right now. This is my favorite hair system that I had, and the look that I was wearing at the time. I think it was a pretty good look. However, the one critique I will have is that this side of the head, and this is always how it goes, the side of the head with the part is always the one that looks a little less natural, and you'll notice that as you start your hair system journey and you start getting things. This little kind of like mushroominy thing is pretty tough to get around if you have shorter hair. Let's move on to the next one. All right, this is actually, I think, the same exact hair system, but it's a noteworthy mention. This right here is a self-install that I did, and I got the hair system a little bit too low on my forehead. If you look right here, this is not the kind of the 4-finger mark that we generally go for, or I generally go for. This was actually a little bit lower. This was one of my first self-installs. I've probably done like 2 or 3 at the time. Just wound up being a little bit low. So we're gonna rank this one as being probably next to dead last. So it's gonna be my first hair system, this one, and then a shaved head. All right, guys, this video takes us to August. If we look at this right here, this is me with the same hair system from May that I was extending out, and the front hairline was really starting to look really shoddy. I was growing out my hair. I didn't get a haircut once. Not a good look. But this video is actually to show you the next hair system that I got, which this one right here was a Levivid system. This was my first Levivid system, and this is how it came out. Now, I think at the time I really liked this, and I still really do like the longer hairstyle. This was the densest unit to date that I had got. This was a 130% by Levivid standards hair system, and that's definitely too dense for a natural look with me, but I liked it. I liked this look, and I felt that it was pretty good. It was definitely a lot of hair. Now, the one thing I will say is when it was laying down perfectly like this, it did look a lot better than when like later in the days when it didn't really lay down as good, when the hair system wasn't as smooth and it was a little bit drier. Which I'm actually working on a product right now, guys, for a hair system that actually keeps your hair system nice and fresh. I've been wearing this one for about a month now. I think maybe it's 3 weeks, and it still feels so fresh. Like it does not feel super dry like the other systems that I've been wearing. All right, guys, and this was the next hair system I got. This is another Levivid system. It's the same exact one as the last one. This is the Cruis model. Now, I know a lot of people probably thought this was too dense and it didn't look that great. I liked it. Like, it kind of has a skater boy look to it, which I'm a punk rocker at heart. I started a band like in the 2000s. I was all about this look right here, and to me it just kind of fit with my identity. Looking back, is it too thick? Absolutely it is. However, I do think that this is something that, listen, if you want this style hair, you can get away with it, okay? The one thing that you do have to do is you have to grow out your sides, number one, and you do have to get somebody that knows how to blend the hair system. This one wasn't blended great because I didn't go to somebody that knew what they were doing. So they were just trying their best, and it wasn't fantastic. Over on this side of the hair system, there was way too much weight, and it just kind of flopped over, and it didn't really fall into my hair nicely. So, but this is a fun look, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with going to wear a look like this. I think if you want to do it, it's a great time. Go do it. Forget what anybody else says. So this video, or this hair system though, ranks for me probably as like number 4 or number 5 so far. So down near the bottom of the chart. All right, guys, and now this one right here is getting pretty closer to where we are. This is December of this year. This system right here is one that I got from Livivid. This is like a 90% density unit, which you can see there's a lot less hair. And this was actually after wearing it for about 3 weeks. I got it restyled, and the hair was a little bit drier at this point, but I think this was a pretty good look. I'm gonna rank this at number 2 so far. So the best one I think so far was the one after I went bald and then I got a hair system again. I think this is the next best one. I think it looked really, really good. I think it was a cool style. So the hair system looked good. He did a really good job cutting it in and balancing it and making it look appropriate as if, you know, it was my own hair. I liked this look a lot. However, it was actually pretty tough to manage. The hair was pretty long, and it got to a point where I don't know, I really could only wear it slicked back. It was pretty tough to style this, and whenever I would take a shower, it was just pretty tough to manage, to be honest. But I do like this style, and I think it was on the order of being more natural looking. The density, the hairstyle, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna rank that as like number 2, number 3 so far. And that finally brings us to this last video right here. This is my most recent hair system, the one that I'm wearing right now. This is actually a hair club system. This is one that they installed, one that they styled. So let's take a look. I got this done January 7th now. So this is getting close to about a month ago. Probably around 3 weeks into wearing this system. This is what it looked like when I first got it installed. Man, guys, like it was such a good look, and I think it really is still a great look, and I think that the hair quality is holding up. That's partially due to what I've been putting inside my hair to keep it moisturized and to keep it nice and flowy. I've never been able to do this with a hair system quite as well as this one. But guys, this is my all-time, absolutely my favorite hair system that I have had, that I've worn, as far as how it looks and how natural and realistic it is. I think that this look is really, really solid and balanced, and overall just complementary to my face, and just a lot more natural, if I'm being honest, like a lot more natural, a lot less hypey, a lot less like showy, if you will, and a lot more just natural. It's a lot more natural. So this is what I've been wearing now for close to a month, and I absolutely love it. So this is going to be my number 1 hair system style so far, that I've been wearing. I think that this is the best look that I've had, and yeah, it's interesting, you know. So here's the thing, guys, like I'm going back through these one because there is some cringy moments. There is some cringy stuff in there where it really doesn't look that good on me. There's some moments where I didn't really get it right. There's some moments I did get it right, and the stylist that I was seeing got it right. So you know, here's some takeaways, right? Like along the journey, you might not have the absolute best results. You might not have exactly what you want. It might not be perfect, but keep on going. All right. Keep on going. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to figure out what looks good, what doesn't look good. You're going to probably think at one time, everything looks good. When you get a hair system, you're probably going to think that's the right style for you. No style could be ever better. That's just not true. You know, who knows? In a month from now, I might find a style, I might find a system, a look that's just a little bit more refined for me. But until then, you know, we see the progression, we see where I started, where I've come from, some of the mistakes, trials and tribulations along the way. And, you know, we're over a year into this journey, and it's getting better. It's getting more consistent. It's getting more reliable. And, you know, the journey is easier. I'm not as worried about things like maintenance or reinstallations. Like, it's just part of life. It's something I do maybe every 10 days to 14 days. I don't really think about it that much anymore. And it takes an hour and a half to do. Not a long time. Just go get it done. Listen to a podcast, something like that. Do it on a Sunday morning or a Wednesday night. It doesn't matter. So guys, just keep on going through your journey. Don't stop. Don't listen to anybody online that tells you can't or you shouldn't, or that it's weird or anything like that. You know, those people are probably hurt. They're probably broken people that are just kind of here to critique what you or I do, when they should be more focused on what they want to do in their own life. Anyways, guys, I have much love for you. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell down below if you found this content useful, interesting, funny, whatever. Helps the YouTube algorithms search so that other people can find this. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you soon.